subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Black Box Productions.
Neighborhood in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Neighborhood is C-Mac. Shout out my loc, Spotter Low, cuz. Neighborhood on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
In the words of Spider Loc on my mama's mama.
Touch more than me and Melvin. Anybody help him? Hell no, ho. Straight line dollars. They'll dog dough. SBI spot. Can't never have it. Eastside legend like A7 Magic. Honcho hustle. Plus he the bomb in the booth. Counting coins like Chucky from Swan. How the most easy with the ends gon' bow down. Ballin' clowning like Benzo.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Once again, that's titled TMC. It's available on all digital platforms for download and streaming. Go tap in on my mama. My boy Trey Legend on the hook. TL. I know before a lot of the records I played from the past with me and Eno. Now a lot of the records from current times would be me and my boy Trey Legend on my mama. Shout out to both them cats. Hey, shout out to Miss Hood and her son. Miss Hood is the lady who was assaulted with deadly force at an eatery in Chicago by a male on camera about a week ago. And her son came in and did his snuffleupagus on this nigga, on my mama. I swear to God. One of the first people I met from Chicago, well, the second, well, the first people, one of the first, I had some family from Chicago, and some of my family moved to California when I was about 9 or 10, the Owens. Shout out to Delton, Anthony, Scoop, and Ivy and them. Rest in peace, Janice. That's how I got my first education of Chicago. My cousins used to tell me about out there, you wear your hat to the left, to the right. They ask you how you ride, like on some gangbang. They ask you how you ride, like by train or something. You just tell us shit like that. That was my education back then. But then, when I was about 16, I was about 15. My cousin, Clarence, shout out Clarence, they call him Compton in Alabama. He went to college in Alabama. And as a family, my mama and his mama is like best friends. They sisters. They both single. They raised me and my two cousins, which is my auntie's sons, like brothers. So when he left to go to college, I was about 15, we took like a road trip to Alabama, you know, family, rode out there. And that's when I met another nigga from Chicago, this nigga named Michael Lambert. Whole ass nigga. He used to say that his uncle was, y'all remember the Lester silk pink shit used to come with the S-curl shit? He used to say his uncle, that was his uncle, that Empire and shit, right? Only reason I'm bringing this nigga up, because this shit happened in Chicago. And the way the nigga was pressing on the female before he even got off remind me of this bitch ass nigga named Michael Lambert. Anybody from Chicago who know a nigga named Michael Lambert that's about 50 years old, Cuz also ended up getting on the stand in a federal case against my cousin. They was best friends, cuz, on my mama. And this nigga remind me of Mike. Not only, it's the way he stand, he got that same, only thing Mike is real light skinned. This nigga was dark skinned, but he got that same posture, that same little frail, I don't know though. It's like he was built like him, he stand like him, and the way he was acting like this bitch, this nigga Mike, when we used to be in Alabama, cause used to be a million scenarios where he'd be confronted by a man and they never got busy, got fired on and all that. But he was known for going hard on a female. He actually married, I met him in 91, but then I actually came back in 93 myself to Alabama for a few months, and I was with him on a daily basis. He was in my crew because him and my cousin was best friends. But I had first met him in 91 when I drove down there with my family, with my mama and her sister and my cousins. We drove out there to take my cousins to Alabama. Man, when I went, I flew, but he was still, it had been 2 years, he had been tight with dude. So now, dude, my partner, we moving around. So, cousin, he a rat. Michael Lambert, light-skinned Michael Lambert, about 50 years old, got on the stand. He from Chicago, Chi-Town, South Side. Anybody in Chicago think he'd be around, he watching, he stank. He got on the stand in like, what year was it? 2000, 2001, he got on the stand, sent my cousin to the feds. Called crying and all that. I'll get off that. And then he ended up marrying a childhood friend of mine, Karen Baker. And she lost her life very, very young. Rest in peace to Karen. And he used to do like real kind of hoe shit to her cousin. But he'd never do nothing physical to no man. I remember when I first met him, when I first was around him on a regular basis, cause he was like a teenager. I'm like 17. He probably like 20, 21, something like that. But he had this female out there from Chicago. She was bad too. And they still had payphones back in the day, cuz. And I don't care what the weather was. I swear to God, cuz I used to wake up early in the morning. This ain't the worst of the shit. This is just something out from day one. We used to wake up early in the morning. He'd take her, drop her off at a phone booth, and have her call him back and tell him, I just put so-and-so, this phone booth just took 80 cents, took $1 from me. And back in them days, they used to ask you for your address and they'll send you a check for that amount. He'd have her do it at this phone booth for some hours, do it this one, and just have her out there. That was her job. But bitch ass nigga ended up being very abusive to one of my childhood friends, and she ended up developing health issues that I can't say for sure, but it's highly reported that was related to the way he treated her, and she lost her life real early. So fuck cuz. And this nigga remind me of cuz. He carry himself way up just like him, way he move. And I can't believe it's so much controversy about right, wrong, what shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh my mama. I done heard people break this shit down talking about even though she was registered, legal, concealed, her son shouldn't have had access. These black people, mind you. And even if that is the case, thank God that was a bullshit rule that was not adhered to. Do we not? I know this from fine on men and catching assault charges. You know what they're gonna tell you in court? That the blow of a male's fist to another male can be considered deadly force. There are many accounts of one blow to the right spot taking someone's life, if not just the blow. They standing in that thing, they had that aluminum metal thing with them edges. She could hit her head on that or the concrete. And he's giving her multiple blows, right? I'm my mama only son. I got 3 sons. Oh my mama. That's not something you've seen a million times. It might not repeat itself, but that's protocol. There is nothing else that young man could be suggested that he should have done, could have done, would have done. I salute him. I applaud him. I'm so glad they dropped them punk ass charges. Oh my mama. That whole ass nigga got and just imagine this, bro. This is the father of 2 little beautiful black girls. And this is why I told y'all, I try to view our females in our community as the same. We gotta realize every black woman you see based on their range group, when you come across them, you gotta see that's my auntie, that's my sister, that's my mother, that's my daughter, that's my cousin. Because guess what? More likely than not, they have that type of relationship with some type of male. And as men, as we move around, if we're going to be a community, it's about respect. And we have to respect one another, and we have to respect that image. There's no way in the world you can be the father of 2 precious little babies like that, females, and then out in public, nutting up on a female like that, telling her, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out on my mama. That's what he told her, cuz, on my mama. And then you get to haul off a couple times and give her all you got. You couldn't even drop her, cuz. That even make you more of a bitch. You told her you was going to knock her out. Not only did you not knock her out, you didn't even drop her. And got lit up. Got what you was looking for. On my mama, rift the low. Like we were to the neighborhood. 976. I don't know. Then, at least for this gesture, shout out to Nicki Minaj. To her, she offered to pay for dude college. And I'm not trying to knock nobody's gesture of kindness. That is awesome. However, in this day and age, college is not necessarily this grandiose experience that is necessary for success or even prescribed as the best potential path. To want to make a gesture of kindness and benevolence is one thing, but to then try to have control of what someone does with the actual monetary value of what you're providing, I don't know about that. 14-year-old, he made the same amount of money that would be invested into a college tuition may benefit him to start a business currently right now. You don't know what his aspirations are. It might not quite be college, but I'm glad that he at least is being redeemed. The mother is now filing suits against the state, the city, the government, all that, everybody involved with arresting her for false arrest. I've even heard black content creators speak shameful on her for that. Man, fuck all that, man. Bleed the system. If the system just bled you, you had people who have master degrees, doctorate degrees, even perhaps in law, when it comes to the district attorney's office. They initially decided to file charges. We had camera footage. They trying to say, oh, after investigation. Ain't no only investigation we got is the same video we seen. You tell me what else was this 14-year-old boy supposed to do? Hey, stop. Stop hitting my mama. Call 911. If I take you through my YouTube right now, the algorithm, all you're going to see is 911 calls. This is what I've been listening to. When I reflect, you see what's on top. Disturbing 911 call. I've been listening to him for weeks. Man, if you think he was supposed to sit there and call for 911 and hope and pray that his mama will be okay, y'all crazy. When Kyle Rittenhouse can get away with what he got away with, man, that young nigga did just what he was supposed to do. I even heard black content creators say that she should have just damn, what I was finna say? I lost my thought, bro. It's just crazy how, I don't know, the black woman I see, she got it hard out here. That lady wasn't even all that turned up on old boy. And no matter what, how turned up she would have been. That's like the little bitty tiny poodle dog that run up on you. When you perceive absolutely no threat, you don't get mad. You don't even the big dog don't get mad. Look at that motherfucker like, he might run. The woman wasn't even, Yeah, cuz he went out looking for that on my mama. The man that was in there before that, just think, out there in Chicago, he going, so why was a man in there? You see when the cuz got the bus and some man got on. He didn't even think to say, hey, bro, man, why you ain't got to do all that? That was crazy, cuz. Shout out to her and his son. They got to shake the town. They saying, oh boy, got some people, he affiliated, everybody affiliated. I heard some shit where, his girl was making she's a dumb, diddiest, doofus, shittiest female. Man, you better be careful who you keeping company with. Oh, my mama. He's fortunate that they charged him with murder one. That video system shut down that murder one case. If he was charged with voluntary manslaughter, he'd still be sitting. Man, Jay Boogie, get the fuck out of here. If he would still be sitting, that would be a miscarriage of justice. His mother is getting attacked. Her life is on the line. And he'll be charged and be sitting. You crazy. There's no way. They would have caused the uproar. That 14-year-old little boy did what he's supposed to do. Show so much poise in the fact that his mama was losing it, trying to grab the burner from her and get at the female. He didn't even let that go down. That was quite responsible of him, if I might say so myself. This broad pumping him up. She did what Jada did to Will. In a time where your woman supposed to be making sure you are right. We left home together. We want to get back home together. That's our priority. We got to make that our number one priority, period. I don't care what. Ain't nothing that's we encounter other than someone physically trying to impede our progress worth us not accomplishing our goals. Not just the goals we have for today, but for tomorrow, the next week. This is what our main focus on. We leave the house. We have things that we prioritize. We have a life. We have goals. We have aspirations. We have commitments. Now, you have to quantify any stranger that you encounter as to how valuable the encounter is with them, that they can offset everything that you're attempting to accomplish. This is the mind frame we got to keep in general. Male or female. So let alone a female that has irritated you to some degree verbally, that is obviously not causing you any kind of imminent threat, and you allow it. You really turned it to the female in the situation. And you see, you turned it to a female, and because guess what? The majority of sound men would have been telling their broad, kick back, man, kick back. Like, who got time for that? Oh, my mama. Youngster is a hero. I just thank God. This is where he probably would still be in trouble, and he probably still wouldn't. Had the gun, because Kyle Rittenhouse gun wasn't registered. Oh, my mama. So if there had not been a registered and licensed gun, they might have been making some stink. But I think what happens when you view that footage, humanity supersedes the law, common sense kicks in, takes over. It's obvious. You know what? This is another reason why that the trans conversation is going to have to be deeply reevaluated. Because in this scenario, the fact that he was a male and she was a female makes all the difference in the world. Had these been two females having this encounter and one of them was more aggressive and they started fighting, me personally, and I think everybody would have viewed the young boy's responsibility at that point would switch from what he did to come in and physically try to separate him. That would have been the more logical thing. Now, when this is a fully grown man that is obviously that he physically can't handle, his mama obviously can't handle, and he has something that can eliminate that deadly threat, then there's no question what he's supposed to do. There's no question. And it's an exact difference between the fact that there was a male and a female involved. First shot was self-defense. The shots when dude was running from him was voluntary manslaughter. All shots were self-defense. When he shot him the first time and then he saw him running, he was in fear for his life, thinking he was going to his car to retrieve a weapon. So he had to eliminate the threat. J Boogie 510. That's not manslaughter. It's not cold voluntary manslaughter. It's a man who see a target that he just struck still actively moving aggressively, where there could be another weapon potentially, and he wanted to eliminate that threat. Where is manslaughter? That's self-defense. Had the man laid there and not resisted or not being aggressive or made any move that could potentially turn into any further threat, this irrational man that just started beating my mother unprovoked to a point where she could lose her life, is now darting out to where there are vehicles where I just retrieved a weapon and there could be potentially other weapons in these other vehicles. I have to further utilize my mechanism of defense to eliminate this threat, bro. There's no manslaughter. What are you talking about? Are you the police? Fuck is you? When you realize this white woman that shot a black woman through her door, do you realize they've decided not to press any homicide charges against this lady? All the stereotypical things you want to attribute to this woman, don't get her last name fucked up. Have you heard her articulate herself? She's not no ignorant, street, illiterate, ratchet, raunchy type woman. At least not by default. Because I've heard her speak and present herself to the public, and she was quite presentable, quite articulate. Someone seems intelligent. It's rumored because of the dude's potential connection that she and her family's gonna have to get up out of there. It's not safe for them no more. I heard her someone read a comment where a girl who pumped him up for failure to his death was talking about what took place, and she was saying, calling him one hitter quitter. Why he one hitter quitter, but he fouled on that woman 2, 3, 4 times. I couldn't drop her. I'm talking, he let his feet off the ground. He gave her everything he can. Look, just like Mike Lambert, bitch ass. Mike jeans fit him like that. His t-shirts fit him like that. And when he hit a female, he had to beat on Karen for years and years and years to fuck off her hell. He couldn't even, man, hoe ass niggas. Oh, my mama. But he gonna have to see his loved ones the same way we gonna have to see Karen. That's in the future life.
Yes, sir. One more gizzo.
SP out of the rider, was blinded by the street grinding. Never mind the homework, never had a double up. I hustled up my own work. And to this day, I've been getting it with no help. There's no better feeling than depending on your own self. Money talk, you better listen when that paper speak. Mistake the streets for sweet, white sheets, they play for keeps. A father first, ex-felon trying to feed his seeds. I'm compensated for the fact I chose to keep it G. Stuck to the script all the while watching weenies win. I'm a child of God, but every day I seem to sin. Your reputation be the reason that they shoot you down. Judging from my past, but I'm living in the future now. Dollars addictive, gotta have my daily dose. Multiple hustles, I focus on what pay me most. Fear no man, he breathe like me, he can bleed. But we can leave that beef behind and breathe some peace, I believe.
I'm just preparing for my future life, cause my mama ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, cause I be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas, I'm just lining up the business. I get it how I live it, so I live it how I get it.
I'll probably get no awards, no mention on the leaderboards. But take me to war, I promise you gon' need the Lord. Worldwide traveler, Los Angeles to Singapore. Sure, I can show her things she never seen before. Bump the horn and knock down the walls of Jericho. We pay them no mind, the laws call us terrible. Delilah had Samson, Eve made Adam fall. I ended up with none, y'all, trying to have them all. I go and get it, ain't with it, trying to wait it out. I laid it out, contemplated it, and weighed it out. Touched $1 million in my trap before I played it out. Faded out before they came and raided. Yep, I made it out. Tell them follow my footsteps, already laid the route. Nothing fake about me, no faith, who would they to doubt? Play me close, I'm supposed to pop that derriere. Promote the peace, but I take my pistol everywhere.
I'm just preparing for my future life, cause my mama ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, I be out to get it. So I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas. I'm just lining up the digits. I get it how I live it.
Y'all
So I
seen it.
live it how I get it.
Y'all seen it, seemed like Satan threw everything he had at me. Still standing, ain't understanding how y'all could be mad at me. Patience, push-ups, prayer on a healthy kick. Paint the perfect picture, me rolling, no selfie stick. Basically Baymacking, bonafide businessman. Religion don't define him better than his decisions can. Prodigal prophet, ain't worth half the price. Purchase, paid for after death, it's the afterlife, my future.
I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama say ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I be out to get it. So I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas. I'm just lining up the digits. I get it how I live it.
Snakewood and that Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Nate Bud, C-Mac, shout out my loc, Spotter Loc, cuz. Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, Craig.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the
I
marathon
overlook my
continue.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Black Box Productions. Black Box Productions.